soften the strength of the bulls going into tomorrow. Let's see what's going on with beyond GoEV earnings. Cheek is pumping GME to up membership subs. It's a conspiracy. No, I just don't want to talk to the crazy people. I quit Discord last week and then this happens. Ko-Fi approved. Absolutely. Wait, hold on. They're not gonna like release this at like 5:30, are they? I'm just sitting around like a moron. GoEV open at 10:50 tomorrow? That'd be pretty awesome. I don't think that's gonna happen, but that'd be pretty dope. I'd make so much white if GoEV broke 5. They're trying to tank GME and after hours. It's down like $1. Would you relax? My CPI YOLO gonna print? I don't know what your YOLO was. Alright, I don't think these are out yet, so we'll go look at some other Eagle weight SPX up 40 points today. Pushed us almost to the top of the market maker's expected move for the day and to close up 48 points with 70 priced in. Still below the all-time high from back in early April, late March. ES broke back above the trend line, where it's likely going to stay until CPI tomorrow morning. This puts bulls in a more advantageous position going into the print. If they do have to de-risk short vol, they've got a lot of padding from the market maker between spot and gamma neutral, so the market maker will have to absorb at least a decent amount of their repositioning should that come to pass, and that would be on a hot CPI print above 0.3% month over month, which is what is expected, as is 3.4% year over year, well in line with the Fed's target of 2% in the long run. Commodities flat on the day. That's interesting. Dollar down a little bit, mostly against the euro and the pound. That guy from Amsterdam sounded way more confident than JPOW did, and so that's pretty understandable. Yields pretty much down across the board. Not heavily, but you know, the 10-year below 4.5, the 5-year below 4.5, or 10-year below 4.45, and the 5-year below 4.5. Top end of the yields still a little spicier. Like the 20 and 30 didn't lose too much. Those could rapidly revert tomorrow with a hotter inflation print. They really already should have today with PPI, but the market's going to wait to hear both. Correlation on the 3 and 1 month both turned around today, but not as severely as the dispersion broke down yesterday. A little bit on the longer term, so they're shorting vol further out. But the 1 month correlation still stayed pretty close to where we closed the day at yesterday. The forward yield on volatility is really tickling positive. They're shorting quite a lot to prevent that from happening. However, if the yield curve or the inversion slips and gets a little tighter, we're gonna see volatility climb back up to a positive forward yield on its convexity. That's gonna drive volatility demand. That's gonna push up, you know, cash VIX, right? It's gonna price up SPX options, and it's gonna force de-risking in the short vol positions. And we're very, very close to that. So you know, obviously everything kind of hangs on CPI tomorrow, at least in the short term, right? Until they can push another narrative for Fed cuts as we approach the Fed meeting in early June. So, you know, hot CPI tomorrow could be bearish for a couple of weeks, at least until maybe softer labor data or the Fed meeting. Looks like bond vol's up today, although that might just be yesterday's print. A little bit of the tail risk hedging actually starting to pull back, and this has been very slow to pull back recently. But we are seeing a little bit of that tail risk hedge fall off, possibly a little bit more confidence from the bulls after today. 75% of the S&P above its 20-day moving average. And correlation between VIX futures and cash VIX now at negative 44.72%. GME ripping, nice, 51, 52. Beyond down a little bit in after hours. GoEV still at $2.81. I'm assuming they haven't released any of their earnings yet still. They have posted an SPX chat. Oh, Quarterly adjusted EBITDA is 48.3 million, an improvement of 28% or 18.8 million versus quarter 1 2023, and an improvement of 11%, 11.5% or 6.3 million versus quarter 4 2023. Adjusted net loss per share was $1.13, a 34.6% improvement from $1.73 per share in quarter 4 2024, but still a little bit worse than estimates. Increased purchases of long lead time, new and like new equipment at large discounts by 6 times in quarter 1 2024 versus quarter 4 2023, reduces future capital expenditures by approximately 50 million in 2024. Active discussions on additional purchases of deeply discounted equipment. Deliveries to U.S. Postal Service of right-hand drive LDV 190s on the road delivering mail. Enters 30 billion TAM Saudi Arabian market with commercial vehicle sales. Debut of LDVs in the UK market, introducing products to customers representing over 1 million units. Received Great British Fleet Award. Interesting. So I guess they're just waiting to hear guidance. Probably bullish if they guide, if they continue to guide up revenues for 2024. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not going to hang out and listen to their guidance, but could have a big effect. So we'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so glad all of you did so well today. And for those of you guys that signed up to Pigeon Whale today, I'll have more information about launch over the next couple of weeks. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Congratulations to everybody that made money. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.